All right. I'm going to shift now to competency and then mental health. Our state statute regarding competency, and I'm sorry I don't have this on slide, but I can get it to you if you would like. It's the state statute 31-9-1, determination of competency, raising the issue. Whenever it appears that there is a question as to the defendant's competency to proceed in a criminal case, any further proceeding in the cause shall be suspended until the issue is determined, unless the case is dismissed upon motion of a party when the question is raised in a court other than the district court. The proceedings shall be suspended and the cause transferred to the district court. So I frequently have people come in front of me that I know have previously, maybe within the last month, been determined to be not competent to stand trial. So in that situation, I am required to make a referral to district court. It doesn't have to come through me. It can come through the jail, a defense attorney, a prosecutor. But once that referral is made, and it's usually made when the person is seen frequently at the jail, it goes to district court and I lose jurisdiction. Now, I recall a few months ago, Sarah Smith raised the issue correctly that I was dismissing a lot of cases of people that were cited for trespass and shoplifting primarily. Those names were people who had been recently found not competent. And if the district court decides they're not competent, it gets sent back to me and I am ordered to dismiss the charges and release the person. So it is not my decision. Municipal courts have no authority to make that decision. But there are probably about a dozen people in our community, mostly men, a couple of women, who frequently get referred for competency. I transfer it to district court. The district court has to order an evaluation by a psychologist, unless one was done recently, and that's frequently the case. And then the person's found not competent again. I'm ordered to dismiss the case and release them. Yes, they do sometimes go out the same day and shoplift and trespass again. So here's what's required for that determination. This is 39-9-1.1. The defendant's competency shall be professionally evaluated by a psychologist or psychiatrist or other qualified professional recognized by the district court as an expert, and a report shall be submitted as ordered by the court. And then a hearing on the issue of competency of an incarcerated defendant charged with, well, that's a felony. We don't have felonies in my court. So then it starts getting into the time limits that we have. But basically, if the person's incarcerated, they have to be evaluated within 30 days. If they're not, there's a little more time. We have a couple of psychologists on contract with district court that can perform these evaluations. But the court doesn't always order a new one because they cost in excess of $1,000 each. And understandably, the district court's not likely to order another evaluation if just 3 months ago one was done and the person found not competent. What is competency? The crudest sort of test for it is what's called the Georgia Court Competency Test, which is whether the defendant has sufficient present ability to consult with their lawyer with a reasonable degree of rational understanding, and whether he has a rational as well as factual understanding of the proceedings against him. Again, I don't make that determination. Pretty much it's in the report that's done by the psychologist, and then the district court makes a ruling on that. I think right now they're all being heard by Judge Martin. All right, here is what the municipal court rule says about insanity or incompetency. It's Municipal Court Rule 8-507. If a defendant pleads not guilty by reason of insanity, or if an issue is raised as to the mental competency of the defendant to stand trial, the action shall be transferred to the district court for further proceedings pursuant to the rules of criminal procedure for the district courts. The municipal court shall retain jurisdiction over the defendant and conditions of release until the action is filed in district court, which is usually the same day as the referral is made. So that's a kind of quick summary of how competency works. And unfortunately, whether I agree with it or not, but a number of defendants do spiral constantly through that system. All right, now